Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Great Mystery and Ruel, and to the icon around the falcons of the earth, preaching the gospel for my Shek Yahushai. In sincerity and truth, doing just of mind in these last days and times. Yeah, this is the Bermanash DC Camp short lesson for the hopeful elect. Yeah, just a quick, you know, how you say it, man? A quick pick me up, man. This is what these precepts are helpful for, man. To remind us of our heritage, to remind us of the covenant, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakadash, made with our forefather Abraham, and also with Isaac and Jacob. All right. So I'm gonna read from the book of Sirach, chapter 44. Verse 19, it says, Abraham was a great father of many people. In glory was there none like unto him. All right. The Lord blessed our forefather Abraham with so much stuff, with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and most importantly, faith. All right. So always remember, man, faith, 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 man. This is a very, very important thing when you have smell the Lord on highways and byways. Building your faith upon the words of the Lord is the greatest act of service that you can ever have. All right. Verse 20 says, who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Okay. So always remember, man, you're going to be tested, all right? So always remember, the test is not always going to come when you're at your highest point. It could come when you're at the bottom, when you already hit rock bottom, So always remember, man, the Lord expects us to be found faithful, and to have that integrity. And then 21 says, therefore he assured him of an oath, and he will bless the nations in his seed. And what was his seed? Isaac. All right. And he will multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from the river unto the utmost part of the land. All right. So this is a prophecy that's about to happen. Okay. This is what we're looking forward to. All right. Because our captivity is almost at an end, man. Okay. And it's a beautiful thing, man. You can't ignore the blessings of the Lord that's about to come upon us. All right. And then 22 says, with Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham, his father's sake, the blessing of all men, and the covenant. And this is exactly what the elites of this world, the elites of Edom, are fighting so hard to get their hands on. And the Lord has already, made up his mind before the foundations of the earth who was going to receive the blessing and who's going to abide in this tabernacle. All right. And these are the Israelites. All right. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native Americans. All right. Spread out throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. So there's nothing that the elites of Edom can do to draw nigh unto the Lord. All right. Because that barrier, that is Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, has to keep them up, keep them away, man. The words of the Lord, the judgment of the Lord has to stand. And then 23 says, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob. He acknowledged him in his blessing. You remember the story of our forefather Jacob, all right? How he had to, hold on to the angel, man. And, hey, he gave it his all. And he just showed you the level of faith our forefather Jacob had, man. And you have to learn to fight, man. You have to contend for the for the kingdom, man. You have to contend to have faith, okay? And gave him an heritage and divided his portions among the 12 tribes. Did he part them? All right, the 12 tribes of Israel. So the other nations have no part in that inheritance, and that's a clear and concise summary of what we are, what we've been. I mean, what we've been prepared for, man. All right, it's overwhelming, man. To know the blessing that's already been in store for us. And hey, the nations, man, are gonna be in awe of what the Lord has set in motion for us, man. All right, so these are future blessing, man. That would, we're just anxious to, to be a part of. Okay, so just to go back again to the beginning, Genesis chapter 35. All right, verses 9. All right, it's very reassuring. Okay, so Genesis chapter 35, verse 9 says, "And the Most High appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padan Aram, and blessed him. And the Most High said unto him, Thy name is Yaquab. Thy name shall not be called any more Yaquab, but Yasharallah shall be thy name. And he called his name Yasharallah." And then verse 11 reads that, "And the Most High said unto him, I am Yahweh Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins." Yeah, so always remember that, man. That's a serious blessing, a serious covenant that the Lord had to establish in our forefather Jacob of what's gonna be his lineage, his legacy upon the face of the earth. All right, and this is throughout all generation. Okay, and then verse 12 says, "And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee will I give it." All right, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. So what else, man? What else? What else? What else can we attribute that to? That's the word of the Lord, okay? And there's nothing else, man, that the world can do to say otherwise, all right? So when the chariot of the Lord, showed up, man, and let Jacob know what's gonna be his future, with the angel being present, physical physical struggle. Oh boy, it's something, man. It just makes you wonder, how many times you've come across, the angels of the Most High, and and you're praying that the Lord bless you and keep you and make you endure unto the end. Okay, so our precept will be from the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. All this is just refreshers, man. All right, so it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all that are upon the face of the earth." And that right there is a preferential treatment, man. The Lord has already set up our people, man, the nation of Israel, to be a nation near and dear unto him. All right, and we just have to acknowledge it, man, and hold on to it, because it's hard for our people to have faith, man. Our people are just wallowing in misery and distress, and getting themselves stuck in all these irrelevant struggles, man. And it's just saddening, man. They get themselves stuck in the prosperity doctrine, and when you bring them precepts like this, all of a sudden they don't want no parts to do with it, but they want prosperity. Yeah, man. So that's why, this word of the Lord is only for a few, man. All right. So extra precept will be from the words of our so-called our so-called enemy, man. This is from the book of Numbers chapter 20. Let me see. Numbers chapter 22. Dang, you just keep popping up. All right, let's try this one. Numbers 21. All right, I'm gonna move over to the next page. So this is the account of Balak and Balaam. So you understand what the Lord has already set in motion. There's no one that can put a stop to it. So Numbers chapter 22 verse 9 says, and the Most High came unto Balaam and said, What men are these with thee? And Balaam said unto the Most High, Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, had sent unto me, saying, Behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which covered the face of the earth. Come now, cause me them peradventure, as shall be able to overcome them, and drive them out. And the Most High said unto Balaam, Thou shalt not go with them. All right, that's a group of people. Thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. And that's why you have to remember that the Lord has already set that seal of protection upon our people, man. That we are blessed, and there's nothing the heathen can do, to alter that commandment of the Lord. The blessing of the Lord has come upon us. All right. So you go further to to chapter 24 and read from 17 to 20. Says this is what Balaam, the sorcerer, or the sorcerer of the Moabites, was made to see according to the power of the Lord. It says, I shall see him not now, I shall behold him, but not nigh. So the heathen are not going to be able to dwell in the tabernacle of the Most High. All right, they're just going to be on the outskirts, man. They're just going to be spectators, but not participants. All right. So it says, there shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Shet. Verse 18, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. So this is one of the accounts, that the Lord made known to this Moabite called Balaam. And I also let you know that Edom, man, the so-called white man, has no covering, okay, has no protection during the times of judgment, and their eradication is just around the corner, okay, and they are destined for slavery, and that's a strong point right there. It says, and Edom shall be a possession, and that hasn't changed. Even though Esau is still ruling over us, his lot is to be a possession of ours, to be our slaves, all right, to be our captives. Just you read the book of Isaiah, I could pull it up, but just for the interest of time, it says, and Israel shall possess their possessors. Okay, so even the book of Baruch says we are yet in our captivity this day, and we are subject to payments. Okay, so you could tell, man, that we're in the hands of these Edomites, and they're gonna be our captives in the very near future, man. Okay, to build up the kingdom and serve us. All right, and then Book of Daniel, just a solid reminder. Daniel chapter 7. If you read verse 18, it tells you, it says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever. All right? Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High, shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Yep. So that's another solid point right there, man, that the world cannot get around. And then you read verse 22. It also says that, if you read verse 21, it says, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. All right, that's the Greek, all right, and Antiochus, the Edomite man. Okay, so it says that until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. So that's a future prophecy. You know, we had to go through the times of judgment, where the heathen had to, give us a hard time. Our captivities. Okay, and Lord had to raise us up, and our rulership is on its way. Okay, and then the kingdom is ours. And add one more precept, verse 27. Verse 26 is good. It says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. All right, so hey, Esau's dominion is coming to an end very soon, man. Okay, and then verse 27 says, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, the Israelites. All right, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. All right, so who's that? The Lord Hamashiach Yahushai. Okay, and that's it. That's all. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Kodash has these nations under its control, and there's nothing they can do to wiggle their way out from under the authority of the Lord. So that's a quick summary, man, of our blessings, man. It just makes you wonder, man. Sometimes you just stutter and stammer. It's like, what can you say? How can you describe? And the best thing to do is just to keep it simple and just stick with what the scripture says concerning what the Lord has in store for us. So that's the point there. Apparatus are, the Most High continue to boost your faith in these last days and time, to look forward to a rulership of righteousness, the rulership of the nation of Israel under the authority of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makar Kadash, Shalom.